Fire in the hole! Let's cook some ribs! Stay tuned! So what I got here is a couple of slabs of baby back ribs that I cut up into pieces. We're going to slather them with some Sang stir-fry oil. And they're pretty meaty, really meaty ribs. And we're going to cook them a different way today from what we usually cook them. Usually we go low and slow with them. Plenty of wood. Oh, we're going to put some of this beer seasoning on there too. Not a lot. It looks good. I don't know what's in it. Salt and pepper, garlic, and I don't know what all's in it. But it's called beer seasoning. Becky and Scruffy got me this from Tennessee when they went to Tennessee. Oh, and I want to say that this is another one of those meals inspired by Mr. Ale Meals. I don't know his name, Radley Ice. Anyway, yeah, this is my take on one of his recipes, and I'll put a link to his recipe at the end of the video, along with the shout outs I usually do. We're just going to put these right on the direct fire right now. Just going to get some grill marks on them. And we're going to do something a little different today. Let me show you what that looks like. Yeah, we're just going to get some smoke on them. Get some grill marks on them. And I'm going to go get my pot to make some barbecue sauce. So while that's happening, stay tuned. I'll bring you right back for that. So as you can see, I got a little bit of char, a little bit of grill marks on those ribs. And into my pot now, we're going to go with some stuff to make a barbecue sauce. I'm going to put 2 cups of ketchup. If I can get it out of the bottle. I don't know why it's not coming out of the bottle. I have no idea. I'm just going to pour it out there. 2 cups of ketchup. 1. 2 cups of ketchup. We're going to put some, about 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. I'm going to use it to clean out my thing here. Get that stirred around. You need 1/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce. We're going to kind of eyeball that. 1/4 cup Worcestershire sauce. Some molasses. Some of Grandma's molasses. She's like molasses on a slow day. On a cold day. There we go with the molasses. Maybe a little more molasses. That's good stuff. Okay, get that in there. Get that stirred up. Okay. We got our basic barbecue sauce right there. We're going to put some there goes my spoon. Oh boy. Come back spoon. Okay. If you don't think that stuff's hot, you don't do it. Okay. What's next? Some red pepper. Crushed red pepper, about 1 tablespoon of that. Got some garlic powder, about 1 tablespoon of that. Got some onion powder, about 1 tablespoon of that in there. Got some Slap Ya Mama. We're going to put about 1 tablespoon of Slap Ya Mama. And Slap Ya Mama is garlic, garlic, salt and pepper, and cayenne pepper, and also about 1/2 cup of brown sugar in there. And here's the kicker. We're going to put a bottle of beer. And the beer I'm using is Guinness Blonde today in there. Guinness Blonde. It's a nice beer, good to cook with. American lager. Get that stirred up. What a mess I'm making here. Yeah, there we go. Now I got my barbecue sauce going now. Can you see that? I hope so. Let's see. Yeah, you can see what I'm doing. So I've got a kind of a watery barbecue sauce going, a tomato-based barbecue sauce. It's got some heat to it. It's got some seasoning. It's got, oh, we got one more thing we got to put in there. I never know how much of this to put in there, but I think we need some Sriracha in there, don't you? What do you think? Is that enough?
There's never enough Sriracha!
I never know how much Sriracha to put in there. I'm just going to put some more, you know, I wanted to give it a little kick. Give it a little kick. I wonder if that's enough Sriracha.
There's never enough Sriracha!
Sriracha. Alright, well, yeah, there's never enough Sriracha, so there you go. We got some Sriracha in there. Got our barbecue sauce cooked up. Now, it's not very thick, but we're not too concerned about that because what we're going to do now is we're going to take these ribs and stick them in the pot. Submerge them in that barbecue sauce, like so. Get them all in there. Get them all covered with that. This is definitely not the traditional way of making ribs, but this is what we're doing today. And when Ale Meals did it, he used boneless pork ribs, pork loin ribs, but I decided to go with the bone ribs and cook them for a long time in that barbecue sauce. And I think they're going to be good. I think it's going to be like some falling off the bone ribs right here, because they're going to be in that sauce for at least, I think I'm looking at about a 3 or 4 hour cook right there. Let me get some of that sauce on there, get it all over them ribs. I'm going to cook in that sauce is what's going to happen. At least that's my theory. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, there you go. There, we got the ribs partially submerged anyway in that sauce. And they're going to cook in there, like I said, for about, can you see that? Yeah. We're going to let them bubble away in there for about, let's say, 3 to 4 hours in that sauce. They're going to, we're kind of braising them, I suppose. You could say we're braising them. I suppose you could say we're boiling them, which is not a good way to cook ribs, but there you go. They're in that beer barbecue sauce, and that's where they're going to stay for a while. And while they're cooking, I suppose what we could do is drink a beer. What do you think? I think it's time. Okay, be right back. There, my friends, is the Frosty Root Boy mug, and here's today's beer. Victory Brewing Company Golden Monkey. Golden Monkey is triple ale with spice added. And it's got a ABV of 9.5. This ain't nothing to play with. 9.5, let me tell you. Where's my can opener? Here it is. Yeah, 9.5. That's a pretty hefty beer right there. Not like the last time. So let's pop the top on that. It's a triple. Triple. Let's pour that out. Wow, it's surprisingly light in color. Although it does have a substantial amount of foam. And I overflowed. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Oh man. I hate when that happens. Look at that foam all over the place. Well, that's what coasters are for, right? No, not really. Boy, that's all froth, Roll. That's right up your alley. Golden Monkey Triple, a magical mystical monkey whose golden soul glows with the wisdom of the ages. This radiant ale is rich in the spirited tradition of Belgian-inspired brewing, so it's a Belgian white ale and triple ale with spice added, and it's all foam, Roll. What are we going to do? We're going to quaff the froth off of that, baby. Woohoo! Smells really good. I can't really detect any spicy smell, but it smells excellent. Hops and barley, you know, not like Budweiser. Let's see if we can quaff the froth. That's pretty good. It's very potent. 9.9% alcohol by volume. That's a lot. Okay, we're gonna let that settle out a little bit and gonna check on our ribs, so stay tuned. I just wanted to show you that bubbling cauldron of ribs. Look at the pullback on the bone on those ribs. Can you see that? The bone, it's falling off the bone. Goodness. I'm gonna put them in a bowl over here. And we're gonna let that cool off a little bit, spoon some of that sauce on there and take a taste, so stay tuned. Well, as you would imagine, look at the pullback on those bones. Can you see that? You talk about tender. These are about the tenderest ribs I've ever seen. Look at the bone. Came clean off the bone. Let's grab a little bit of that. Look how tender that is. Oh boy. And you talk about sauce. That sauce is on there. Let's take a taste of that. You know, it's really good. It's not what you call competition style ribs, but it's delicious. The sauce is delicious, and the ribs are as tender as they can be. So you should try this recipe, ribs in a bucket. Give it a shot. Really good. And you know what I always say, if you like this crap, please subscribe. If you don't, go over and see Armadillo Pepper, new guy on the scene. He's got some cool videos up for you. Go check him out. And like I always say, babies, we may not cook anything good, but come back next week. We'll drink a beer. This Golden Monkey is 9% alcohol. It's very potent. If I drink this whole thing, I'll be drunk. And I'm going to drink the whole thing. So, cool. All right, yeah, those ribs are good. Check them out. Try them for yourself. See you next week.